88% of Americans believe passive income is essential for financial security in retirement. 88%. And yet, according to Federal Reserve's 2024 survey of household economics, only 12% of Americans actually earn meaningful passive income, defined as more than $500 per month. That is a gap that should make you stop and ask why. And the answer isn't what the internet tells you. The answer is that most people who try to build passive income choose the wrong idea for their situation. Invest before understanding the real return and real risk, and quit before the income becomes meaningful. Today I'm going to fix that. 10 passive income ideas, ranked from worst to best, with real numbers, real risk, and real timelines. No hype, just the data. Before we rank, 2 rules I'm using. Rule 1, true passiveness. Once built or invested, how many hours per month does this actually require? Some of these are almost entirely passive. Some are not, but people market them as though they are. Rule 2, realistic return. Not the top 1% outcome. The median outcome for a median person with median resources starting today. That's the number that actually matters. Let's start at the bottom and work our way up. Number 10, and the one that should come with a warning label, dropshipping. It sounds passive. You set up a store, products shipped directly from supplier to customer. You collect the margin. The reality, documented by multiple independent sources, most dropshipping operations require constant product research, supplier management, ad campaign optimization, and customer service. It is e-commerce with someone else's warehouse. Not passive income, active income with a thin margin. The Global Passive Income Study from BizMinds found the average dropshipping margin runs 10 to 30% on product price. But after advertising costs, many beginners net negative. Passiveness level, low. Realistic starting income, often 0 to negative for 6 months. Who it actually works for? People with existing marketing skills and capital to test ad campaigns at scale. Not for beginners seeking passive income. Skip this one unless e-commerce is already your expertise. Number 9, peer-to-peer lending. On paper, compelling. BizMinds 2025 data. Average P2P platform returns 9 to 15% annually, with top-performing risk-adjusted portfolios reaching 15.94%. The P2P lending market hit $139.8 billion in 2024 and is projected to reach $1.38 trillion by 2034. But the critical number most articles hide. P2P loans show a 17.3% average default rate compared to traditional loans at 2.78%. 6 times the default rate. Your 12% return can be wiped out by a handful of defaults in a concentrated portfolio. Passiveness level, medium. Realistic net return after defaults, 5 to 7% for a diversified portfolio. Who it works for? People who understand credit risk, diversify across 100-plus loans, and accept that this is not a savings account equivalent. If you go in understanding the default risk, it can be a solid supplemental income. If you go in expecting 15% risk-free, it will hurt you. Number 8, short-term rentals, Airbnb, VRBO. The income potential is real. Well-located properties can generate 2 to 3 times traditional rental income, according to the Global Publicist 24 Passive Income Analysis. But the passiveness level is the problem. The Landlord Association's 2024 survey found that 64% of landlords, even those with property managers, spend 10 or more hours monthly on property management. For short-term rentals, it's even more intensive. Guest communications, cleaning coordination, dynamic pricing management, platform compliance. This is a business dressed in passive income clothing. Platform fees, cleaning costs, and increased utilities also consume 15 to 30% of gross revenue. Who it works for? People who enjoy hospitality and have a well-located property, or who can afford a management company that eliminates their time involvement. Not truly passive, but potentially very profitable if you go in with accurate expectations. Number 7, digital products and online courses. The ceiling is extraordinary. The global e-learning market hit $375 billion in 2025 and is projected to reach $450 billion by 2027. Top course creators earn $50,000 to $500,000 per year from a single well-structured course. But the honest number from Bankrate's 2024 Financial Independence Study, 67% of aspiring passive income earners never generate meaningful revenue. The reason? Most people underestimate the upfront work. Building a course that sells requires domain expertise, marketing infrastructure, and typically 6 to 18 months before the income becomes genuinely passive. Once built, it can sell forever with minimal maintenance. Until then, it is very much active work. Who it works for? People with real expertise in a teachable topic and the patience to invest 6 to 18 months building an audience before income materializes. Not for people seeking immediate passive income, but for long-term wealth building, one of the highest upside options on this list. Number 6, traditional rental properties. The income is real. U.S. landlords reported average annual income of $87,280 in 2025 according to Shopify's research. The National Association of Realtors found that the typical homeowner is 40 times wealthier than a renter of similar income. But the passiveness problem persists. 64% of landlords spend 10 or more hours monthly on management. And the capital barrier is significant. Median home price in the U.S. above $400,000 means this requires substantial upfront investment or leverage financing. Passiveness level, medium to low without professional management. Return, historically strong. Real estate provides rental income plus appreciation plus tax advantages through depreciation. Who it works for? People with sufficient capital for a down payment, tolerance for management responsibilities, or budget for a property manager, and a long-term 10-plus year investment horizon. One of the best wealth builders in American history, just not passive in year one. Number 5, REITs, real estate investment trusts. This is real estate income without tenants, toilets, or property management. REITs are companies that own income-producing real estate and are required by law to pay out 90% of their taxable income to shareholders. The return data from S&P Global, the Dow Jones Equity All-REIT Index produced an 11.3% return in 2023. According to Investor.gov and Vincent Chan's 2025 analysis, REITs can be accessed starting with as little as $10 through publicly traded REIT ETFs. Passiveness level, extremely high, essentially identical to owning a stock. Required hours per month, 0 beyond the initial purchase. Who it works for? Almost anyone with any amount of capital who wants real estate income exposure without property management. This is the accessible version of rental property income. Lower ceiling, dramatically lower friction. Ideal for anyone building their first passive income stream today. Number 4, high-yield savings accounts and money market funds. This is the most overlooked passive income on this list because people don't think of it as investing. But at 4 to 5% APY versus the FDIC national average of 0.46%, the difference is enormous. On an emergency fund of $20,000, a regular savings account generates $92 per year. AHYSA at Marcus, Ally, or SoFi generates $900 to $1,000 per year for doing nothing different except opening a different account. Passiveness level, absolute maximum. Required hours after setup, 0. FDIC insured up to $250,000. Complete liquidity. This is the floor, the foundation every passive income system should start with. Who it works for? Every single person reading this video. No exceptions. If your emergency fund is in a regular savings account earning 0.46%, you are leaving hundreds of dollars per year on the table for the cost of 10 minutes and a free account application. Number 3, dividend stocks and dividend index funds. When you own dividend-paying stocks, you receive cash payments, typically quarterly, simply for holding the shares. Dividend aristocrats, companies that have increased their dividend for 25 or more consecutive years, provide the most reliable income streams. The S&P 500 itself yields approximately 1.3 to 1.5% in dividends annually, but dedicated dividend index funds yield 3 to 5%. U.S. News Analysis found the top dividend-paying stocks include established names in telecoms, energy, and consumer staples. Financial Summarized Passive Income ranking gives dividend stocks a high score across return, passiveness, and tax efficiency, particularly for long-term investors in qualified dividend territory taxed at 0, 15, or 20% rather than ordinary income rates. Who it works for? Anyone with a long-term investment horizon of 10 or more years who wants income that grows over time without selling shares. The compounding of reinvested dividends over decades is one of the most powerful wealth-building mechanisms in existence. Start with the Dividend Index ETF. No stock picking required. Number 2, and the one that most people don't think of as passive income because they confuse it with just investing: broad market index funds and ETFs. A $10,000 investment in the S&P 500 in January 2005, left completely untouched through December 2024, grew to $71,750 according to J.P. Morgan's verified data. That is a 10.4% annualized return over 20 years. No management, no tenants, no customers, no product to build, just owning the collective output of the 500 largest American companies, automatically reinvesting dividends, and compounding for decades. Financial Summarized Passive Income ranking gives index funds the highest combined score across return, tax efficiency, and true passiveness. This is the single highest return per hour of effort passive income stream ever created. Who it works for? Anyone who can leave money untouched for 10 or more years. The only requirement is time and the discipline not to sell during downturns. Accessible at Fidelity, Vanguard, and Schwab with no minimums. This is the baseline that every other passive income strategy should be measured against. If something doesn't offer a better risk-adjusted return than a simple S&P 500 index fund, ask yourself why you're doing the extra work. Number 1, and the single most scalable, most truly passive income stream available to anyone with knowledge, creativity, or expertise: intellectual property. Books, courses, software, templates, music, photographs, designs. These are assets that generate income indefinitely after a single creation event, with virtually zero ongoing cost. The Idea-Proof 2026 analysis of 5,000-plus digital product creators identified online courses as the gold standard of passive income. Top creators earn $10,000 to $100,000 per month, with zero ongoing work after launch. Financial Summarized Case Study. His 240-page ebook regularly sells approximately 50 copies per month at $87 to $97 each, generating roughly $40,000 per year in passive income. To replicate that through investment income, he calculated he would need $1 million in capital at a 4% yield. One book, $1 million equivalent. Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing pays 35 to 70% royalties per sale. A $10 ebook generates up to $7 each time it sells, indefinitely. Podcast ad revenue hit $4 billion in 2025. A podcast averaging 10,000 downloads per episode can earn $5,000 to $15,000 per month from advertising alone, with back catalog episodes continuing to earn passively. The barrier: creating IP that people actually want requires real expertise, real effort up front, and often 6 to 18 months before the income becomes meaningful. But once built, nothing on this ranked list comes close to its combination of high ceiling, true passiveness, and unlimited scalability. The ranked list, from 10 to number 10, Dropshipping, active income disguised as passive. Number 9, P2P lending, real returns buried under real default risk. Number 8, short-term rentals, high income, low passiveness. Number 7, digital products, massive ceiling, long runway. Number 6, rental properties, best long-term wealth builder, not truly passive. Number 5, REITs, real estate returns without the headache. Number 4. High-yield savings accounts, the foundation everyone skips. Number 3. Dividend stocks, growing income that compounds over decades. Number 2. Index funds, highest return per hour of effort ever created. Number 1. Intellectual property, create once, earn forever, unlimited scale. Not all passive income is created equal. The one that's right for you depends on your time, capital, and skills. But now you have the honest data to choose. If this video gave you something real, share it with one person chasing the wrong passive income idea right now. Subscribe for research-backed financial content every week. And drop in the comments, which of these 10 are you building right now? Or which one are you starting this week? I read every single one. See you in the next one.